So for some reason, we're rebooting the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense to me.
I don't know why we're doing this. I mean, are we completely out of ideas? We're going to talk about the Blair Witch Project reboot or sequel or whatever the hell this is going to be. They're adding some of the original cast members, I guess.
No, they're going to be the producers on it.
Oh, they're going to be the producers. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be in it. They're just going to be producing
it. Oh, God. Right. This is, I'm going to tell you, this isn't going to work. The Blair Witch Project, we tried to explain this to our kids yesterday. Our kids are huge horror movie fans, by the way, and this is probably why it's getting the green light, because horror movies are big now. It's I think Blumhouse is doing this one, and independent, low budget horror movies are huge. So I guess I get the temptation to do another Blair Witch, but the Blair Witch Project was lightning in a bottle.
It was definitely a product of its time.
It was a product of its time, and I'm not saying it's. I mean, personally, I'm going to be honest. It was boring I thought it was boring as hell.
It was boring. Well, I thought if you were like a traditional horror movie fan, it was yeah.
The novelty of the Blair Witch Project is, since it was in the 90s and we weren't all terminally online, they could keep a secret. And since the actors were at the time not big stars, everybody thought this was real.
That's what it was. Okay, so some people don't understand the Blair Witch Project. Those who were there understand it. But what made it popular was the fact that it was the marketing on it was, this is a true story. This was real. We didn't have things today, like you said, and the social media data to blow it up and prove that it wasn't. And it was supposed to be found footage, and it didn't come out till later that it was obviously faked. But people flocked to it because they thought it was found footage, real, stuff put together.
All the marketing about now I don't think this would be allowed today. I'm gonna be honest, but they sold it as, this is a legit thing. We found this footage in the woods, and now we're gonna make put the movie in the theaters. And it was made on a shoestring, like $25,000 or something, very low amount of money, or it wasn't very much. Maybe it was a couple million. I don't know, but it made ridiculous money because everybody's like, oh my God. I want to see these people get killed on camera.
Yeah,
see what
happens, it was a thing because it was never heard of.
It was really, I mean, it was very groundbreaking for the time. And I was sitting there thinking about it the other day.
It was $35,000 to $60,000.
Yeah, I knew it was cheap. I knew it was done at cheap. It's basically what we do as a Kickstarter film now, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it was. And it was 1999 was a damn good year, a big year for movies. And I was thinking about it the other day because I took the kids to go see Speed Racer. They had Speed Racer in the theaters again, and it looks amazing on the big screen. It held up pretty well, I think, visually at least. But I was thinking about The Matrix. I'm like, yeah, The Matrix came out in 99, and that was a groundbreaking movie. Blair Witch came out in 99. And of course we had, Star Wars Episode 1, which was, it was a big deal. Technologically, it was a big deal. So it was like 99 was actually a really good year for at least like the geekosphere, right? But this can't be replicated. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll also throw this into, they're going to bring Casper back. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, not just Casper coming back. Casper's coming back, but they're giving it the Wednesday treatment for a darker, edgier. So it's Casper Scare School, but like high school. It's going to be a different, hotter Casper.
Hot Casper. Well, we had Hot Casper in the movie. Now that's another movie. So I've been taking my kids to go see old movies, which they love. We've been going to see old movies in the theater, and I took my daughter to go see Casper because she loves Christina Ricci.
Casper,
yeah. And she got to meet Christina Ricci, so that was pretty cool for like 30 seconds. But anyway, so we went to go see Casper, and I always thought it was weird that Casper's supposed to be a little boy, and he's girl crazy, which is kind of creepy, and he's kind of stalkery. And then it turns out that he's actually like some 14-year-old kid.
He wasn't girl crazy. He just liked her because she was helping him. It wasn't like he was like out there like panty chasing her.
Well, no, but could you imagine? Oh my God,
that's drawer comes out with panties on his face.
That's gonna be new.
You're making him sound.
That's gonna be new hot Casper. Like, yeah, he's got abs. He's got like washboard abs, but he's also creeping on girls.
I don't know, but
because he could just like literally, he could just like walk through them and be like, I've seen everything.
No, but
I've seen you from the inside, baby. I have seen you from the inside. Let me tell you something.
It's a new 9 Inch Nails song. But anyway, yeah, so that was weird to me. But back to this. So,
well, we gotta do the intro. We gotta do the intro.
Oh yeah.
We gotta do the intro, right? Even though we're 5 minutes into it. please subscribe for more pop culture news, views,
and stuff like this.
And rants. Please subscribe. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
This is Clownfish TV. And if you somehow want more Clownfish TV for less than the price of one single super chat, which we do not do on this channel, go to more.clownfishtv.com. That's moreclownfishtv.com for exactly what we said. There is more Clownfish TV you will not find on YouTube. So check it out.
Spicier stuff we can't put
Spicier stuff, weirder stuff. Should we do hot
rant
Casper?
Over there? We'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna do some rants. There we go. So, Blair Witch movie reboot adds original stars and directors to filmmaking team. Exclusive from the Hollywood Reporter. Creatives from the '99 horror sensation previously voiced frustration over not being involved in the new film.
Which we talked about, though. I think we did talk about that before in another video.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, this is my face right now.
I guess I forgot all about that, but we talked about this before.
We did talk about it. Yeah,
it's just like why, and then we're gonna say the same thing we said then. Why?
So it is Blumhouse. Yeah. So Blumhouse is making like all the horror movies right now. And this is, I know some people are like, why are we making all these cheap movies? I'm like, because they make money. Like Markiplier did his own movie, Iron Lung, and it made ridiculous money. All these horror movies are making money, and they're fairly cheap to produce.
So this new one is it's Lionsgate too, and it's going to be a new take on the horror property.
For Gen Z, I bet. I bet it's for Gen Z.
Then, honestly, if we're going to be fair, Gen Z would rather watch the original. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I think Gen Z would rather go watch the original than go watch this.
You can't. Yeah, oh my God, it's exactly that. It's for Gen Z. They're rebooting it for Gen Z. Yeah, it said Lionsgate film boss Adam Fogelson teased a new version for Blair Witch that will reintroduce the horror classic for a new generation.
I'm telling you straight up. The way Gen Z has been lately and how they want to go back to, less connectivity and more of the old retro things and all that. They're going to want to watch this in its original form. They aren't going to want another version where they're sitting there talking,
texting each other,
and all this other crap, about this stuff. And then they're going to turn around and they use like slang and stuff and do this. They're not gonna,
Blair Witch 6-7.
It's probably, oh my God. Blair Witch 6-7. I love it. Oh, if our kids were here, they'd start doing that right away. I mean, if I'm saying that, I'm like 6 or 7 and I look over and my daughter's just looking at me going, I'm like, stop. Anyway, that was beautiful. Anyway. So what's it going to be like? Oh, we were on Snapchat and on our phones, and then these weird footage is starting to appear that we don't know where it's coming from.
Oh my God, it's going to be all TikTok.
It's going to be, this channel appears, and it's there's clips of these people that film footage that was found in the woods, and we're going to share it on here, or they're going to present it as one of those like ghost hunting shows. We're on the ghost hunting show. It's going to be Sam and Colby, and it's like their version of it. And they're going to be out in the woods investigating this rumor of the Blair Witch Project and the people that disappeared. And they're going to be out there, and then they're going to get gone.
You know what? You know what? That's what they're going to do. Holy shit, that's what they're going to do. They're going to be like, they're like TikTokers who live stream and they go, check out haunted houses and stuff. And they heard about the Blair Witch and they went out into the woods and oh my God, guys, so I'm so scared with the little emojis instead of being like, oh, I'm so scared. It's going to be like little emoji, crying emojis. Shit. Oh my God.
And then on the side, people are watching live streaming. So they're going to put like scared face emojis and stuff as like, and putting sentences and emoji on the side.
Oh my God. Dude, oh my God. They're going to do the whole movie as a live stream. They are, aren't they?
Probably.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And then they run into like Logan Paul in the woods or something.
They'll use it as an opportunity to get some real people that.
Oh shit! Don't do this.
To try to get people to like watch their fans to watch the movie.
Oh no!
We joke, but what's gonna.
This is what they're gonna do because they're going because okay. So here's the thing: Gen Z loves these low budget horror movies, but they love them for a specific reason.
That's what I'm saying. Gen Z is gonna watch the original. They're gonna want the original one, not. This.
And if you're gonna be a bunch of tryhards and try to make a movie for Gen Z, it's gonna fail miserably. Like it's not gonna work.
Well, the Blair Witch 2 didn't do well either. The Book of Shadows,
they had like 3, and it's like nobody cares. You can't replicate the Blair Witch Project. There's no way. It's just not gonna. And then they'll probably try to make it all viral on TikTok and shit, and be like, "Oh, it's found footage."
It was like you said. It was like a social experiment, like where people come to this based on a marketing thing saying it's real, and it was, that's what set it apart, and that's why it was just brilliant marketing, honestly, because the filming wasn't great. But it was brilliant marketing, and it became a moment. And back then, you have to remember, too, we didn't have the bazillion movies and streaming channels and all that stuff. So what was out there was what you got. Like, whether it be, you had cable TV and stuff like that. But, I mean, it wasn't like the multiple choices we have now. It was very different then. And so people, that there was fewer projects, so more people would go to those projects.
Yeah, like, we had the internet, obviously, but not everybody was on the internet, and we definitely didn't have social media really yet. We had message boards. So people weren't able to really compare notes. Like, the general public wasn't comparing notes. They weren't on Facebook asking, is this real? Hey, Grok, is this real? It's like I
met you online in like 99 or 2000.
Yes.
It was 99
yeah,
or 2000?
It was 99. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
a good year. Yeah. Yeah. You're looking for dorks, hot dorks.
Oh, I was looking for friends.
That's where you went.
Had similar interests.
Hotdorks.com. And I was I was the hot dork of the month.
Though. But I was more excited about the fact that you wanted to talk about Star Wars and Street Hawk. But anyway, continue.
I was enamored. She knew what Street Hawk was. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, nobody remembers Street Hawk.
I love Street Hawk. Anyway.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's it, man.
I was little, but I liked it.
Totally getting married. Anyway, additionally, no one from the first feature worked in any significant way on the follow-up, The Book of Shadows. That was dumb. Or the 2016 follow-up? They did it in 2016?
Yeah. It was, and it didn't do that great, I don't think, because I'm trying to remember, but I don't think it did so well because it can't replicate this stuff. That's what they're going to do. They're going to do something stupid like, it's a TikTok thing. It's a live streamers, something like that is what they're going to do.
So one of the cast members, let's see, it was Leonard Williams and Heather Donahue.
Yes, we talked about this before.
Yeah, so it was 25 years of disrespect. I know that, they weren't getting royalties, I guess. 25 years of disrespect from the folk who pocketed the lion's share, pun intended, Lionsgate, of the profits from our work. It feels icky and classless.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yep. And the guy who was a production designer, which is so weird. It's like we have a production designer for a movie about a bunch of college kids in the woods. It's like, okay. He told THR at the time he was unhappy about the lack of involvement for the originals team. Neither one of the sequels connected the audiences the way they wanted to connect. No, the second one was a very polished, like, Hollywood movie.
It's not going to work. I mean, I saw the first one, and I wasn't a horror movie person. I still am not a horror movie person. I'm like, everybody else in our household is but me. I saw the first one, but I never watched any other ones because I thought the first one was more than enough. Not because it was freaky or anything, just because it was like, I don't want to waste more time on this.
So get this. This really puts it in perspective. I don't think people realize how big this movie was. It was made for $35,000 back then, before marketing, right? So
like that's what they probably come up with $60,000. It was probably with marketing.
It made in 90s money. It made $248 million at the box office. That'd be $492 million today off of $35,000.
Probably. So that doubled the cost then. So you're still talking, you double the cost, it's under $100,000.
Well, that was with the
marketing.
There's a lot of marketing for this movie though. It was basically, and like I said, the marketing back then and everybody that was talking about it was like, we don't know if this is real or not. That was. I
remember the commercial was like, how many was it? 3 people or whatever. We're in the woods.
Yeah.
But then what happened? This is what they found footage, and this is what happened. I forget the commercial sticks. I can hear like the voiceover in my head. I can't remember the words exactly, but I can hear the voice.
One of the most profitable movies ever made. $35,000. They made almost a half. So
now they're going to do it again.
But it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
No, again, like I said, Gen Z, knowing what I know about them, they'd rather watch the original.
I don't know. So yeah, speaking of Gen Z, because Wednesday is big with Gen Z now. Casper is going to get the Wednesday treatment too. So
yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. So I don't know what that means, but it's going to be a darker, edgier version of Casper. Think like Wednesday, and that's all Disney's doing now. This is Disney doing it, by the way. They got in a 5-way bidding war for it. They're going to put it on Disney Plus. It's Steven Spielberg is one of the producers on it, and the people that did the Goosebumps show are on it.
Yeah, so he's got. I think he has the rights to it because I'm pretty sure he was a producer on the original.
He was. He worked. I think he did. He did the movie. You mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the original movie, yeah.
Yeah, he was on that. So they're doing this, and basically what Disney's trying to do is they're trying to use everybody else's IP to we want our own Harry Potter, so they got the rights to that one Beast book, and then they're doing an Aragorn show, and like, well, now we want our own Wednesday. Hurry, go get Casper. And then Casper had that Scare School cartoon, and that was just like Monster High. So it's going to be probably Casper Scare School with his mummy friend and Wendy the Witch and all this other stuff.
Hot Wendy.
Hot Wendy.
Hilary Duff was, people don't remember,
Yes.
they had a direct to DVD cheapquel, and it was Hilary Duff playing Wendy. And I told my daughter about that, and she's like, I have never seen that. I'm like, they had a direct to DVD cheapquel for the Addams Family too, where they had Tim Curry as Gomez, and
Yes, I
think it was Daryl Hannah was Morticia. I'm like, what?
I remember. I don't remember if Daryl Hannah or not, but I know what you're talking about. And I do remember the Casper and Wendy.
Nobody
show.
talks about them. They don't talk because they weren't that good. But it was Hilary Duff, I think, before she was on Lizzie McGuire. I think she was in the Casper thing. But yeah, it was Amblin Entertainment. That's right. It was Steven Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
But so they're talking. Yeah, we're gonna do a Wednesday. So they'll probably have Christina Ricci come back for a cameo in that.
Well, she
too.
did for Wednesday and stuff, so that makes sense.
We need a Speed Racer too. Come on, get on that. Get on that. But they said, unlike Wednesday, Casper doesn't have to worry about aging. Well, no, they'll have to make him age him up. He was like 14 in the freaking movie. Like, why is he so old? Like, I always thought he was like a 6 or 8 year old kid. And he was like 14 years old.
You can't have the romantic aspect with the little girl. It would just creepy now you say it out loud.
You
didn't
can't
age him up.
Oh my God. Casper's going to school and the female teacher's going to romance him.
No, I don't think no.
Like you're technically 200, even though it's going to be like anime. It's like you're technically 200 years old, even though you look like you're 8. So it's okay. Okay.
It's just, I mean, I don't know, but it's just, they're just trying to get on Wednesday because Wednesday had their own, have all these tie-in toys, and they have a huge cult following, and they had like the meal was at Burger King that had the Wednesday meal. Anyway,
yeah. So
they're going to try. They're going to want to go a la Wednesday. And the only way to go like dark and edgier is that doesn't make it Wednesday. What makes it Wednesday is it's dark and edgier, but you're like putting it in high school to appeal to this Gen Z crowd. It's like the CW meets Wednesday Addams, and that's what this is going to probably be. Casper meets the CW.
They're saying Christina Ricci could actually come back as Cat, and I'm like, well, so what?
Well, he owned it. They could.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, because they can actually connect it to the original movie. So I'm like, that would be kind of cool, but also kind of like, okay, so does he have to go to school to find a new girlfriend because she's middle aged now? It's like, or they'll do something stupid and have her like die in the beginning of it,
but she comes back as a kid, a ghost, like
kid ghost.
Same age as him.
Oh God.
I have no idea, but I'm just like, can we not, please, with everything? It's just Blair Witch and Casper, and things that were not in my bingo card for this week.
All the 90s stuff is coming back.
Yeah,
now,
it was
like
80s. Now they're coming from the 90s. All the fashion's 90s based. I go to the store and I'm always like, that's from the 90s. That's from the 90s. I wore that. My sister wore that. It's so they're going for the 90s now.
It's like good.
The 80s is safe now, huh?
At least the 80s is marked safe from Gen Z.
Now they're going on the 80s stuff. They're going back to they all tried to change it, didn't work. So now they're just going back to the original stuff from the 80s again for collectors and moving on to the 90s. See what they can ruin from there.
Yeah, your asses are old. You guys are too old. You're in retirement age now, Gen X. So we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on to the next generation.
The old stuff. So because you have the money, you'll buy our merch.
Yeah, right. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There we go. Gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
All right. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.